Did rock and roll spring up like some post-war mutant and emerge fully formed with the release of Rocket 88 or Rock Around the Clock? Were the parents of the 50s and 60s right? Was this some degenerate intruder that disrupted the sanctity of America's suburban utopia? Or is rock and roll something much older, much deeper, and much more profound than the dozy sounds of the silken-voiced Rat Pack crooners it replaced? That's from the preface to The Secret History of Rock and Roll, The Mysterious Roots of Modern Music by Christopher Knowles, who I was very happy to have as a guest on my Blog Talk Radio show. Check him out at secretsun.blogspot.com and check out his writings. Very good. Highly recommended. Welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Before I begin today, I want to apologize to those who listened to my show on Friday or attempted to listen to my show on Friday on Blog Talk Radio. I had numerous technical issues that hopefully will all be resolved by this coming Friday. So Greg Bishop has been rescheduled for March 4th. This Friday I'm going to have Tanya Durenberger on, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time on blogtalkradio.com/The Stench of Truth. The link will be in the description box. Tanya Durenberger is, of course, the daughter of Woody Durenberger, and Woody Durenberger is most famous for being the man who met Indrid Cold, and Indrid Cold is the supposed alien that appeared in West Virginia during the time of the Mothman sightings. So join us this Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio, where I'll be talking with Tanya Durenberger, the daughter of Woody Durenberger, and then the following Friday I'll be having Greg Bishop on. So once again, I apologize for the technical problems that happened this past Friday. Now on to the show, as it were. It appears that the unrest in Wisconsin is moving into other states. As I mentioned previously, Ohio and a couple of other states are joining into this as well. Now, one thing that you need to be aware of is that the Koch brothers, the ones that are primarily the major funding source for Tea Party candidates and for reactionary right-wing fanatics around the country, are heavily involved in trying to counter the employee protests in Wisconsin. Now, in comments on my previous video, it surprises me that there are so many people who buy into this bullshit sentiment that screw them because they need to lose all their benefits and they need to be fucked over regarding the public unions, simply because it's a I'm poorer than them attitude. When you have multi-billionaires like the Koch brothers who are funding direct attacks against unions in Wisconsin and trying to organize protests against public employees who are trying just to get what they bargained for. Now, how can you not see the game that's being played here, people? Where they're trying to pit one section of society against the other so that you'll turn a blind eye to the fucking thievery that they have conducted on you, on your state, and on this fucking country. You know who the problem is? It's the fucking Koch brothers. It's the fucking rich, the billionaires. It's fucking Goldman Sachs. It's AI motherfucking G and fucking Wall Street. It's the gambling and the fucking markets that have put pension plans at risk, that have caused fucking state budget deficits. It's because of the unemployment that states have had to spend increasing amounts of money on unemployment insurance totally unprecedented. Not really for people like the Koch fucking brothers and their ilk who pushed for fucking free trade agreements so that greedy fucking corporations could send their fucking jobs to sweatshop fucking countries so they could increase their bottom fucking lines and so they could increase the CEO benefits and the rich could get richer. Just look at the widening income gap in this country, which is the worst it's been in 80 fucking years. Even in the depression that we're in, the rich keep getting richer while everybody else gets poorer. So are you going to be manipulated by fucking Wall Street and the Koch brothers into thinking that just because somebody happens to have a contract that was legally and lawfully negotiated should have their shit taken from them just because it serves them right because you happen to be impacted? When that family or that person barely makes enough to fucking survive, while the Koch brothers and all the other rich motherfuckers who raped and robbed you, your state and your country, and continue to fucking do so with no fucking accountability, just go about their business and you're completely blind to it. It's ridiculous. It's totally fucking ridiculous. Let's put the blame where it needs to be set, once and for fucking all. So, that's what I have to say on that issue. It's not the union's fault. And do not buy into this fucking poor versus the not so poor fucking class war that the rich are trying to foist on you. The Koch brothers are happy to see you fighting with someone in a union or a union fighting with someone who's not in a union because it deflects your gaze from the thievery and fucking bullshit that they're doing. And the ripping off that they're doing. And the stealing that they're doing. And the market manipulation that they're doing. And the outright theft of everything in this fucking country that they're doing. Turn your eyes to them, both of you, and quit fighting with yourselves over something that's a non-issue. Especially in Wisconsin. Breaking the fucking union and breaking collective bargaining rights and breaking the right to negotiate work conditions is going to have absolutely zero impact on the budget. So, let me ask you, is this about balancing the fucking budget or is it about breaking fucking unions? Now, I have a few comments I would like to make regarding the spreading of dissent in the Middle East, which apparently has led into Libya as well, while there is tremendous amount of violence there. Apparently, Muammar Gaddafi and his son both have vowed that they will strike against protesters, and there has been some death there. And all I can say is that I think that the torch that whoever lit is now burning beyond anybody's control. And it's anybody's guess where this may lead. Bahrain is suffering as well under an oppressive government which seeks to crush dissent there. As I said, the fire is burning out of control now. It's a brush fire beyond anybody's ability to control, and it's anybody's guess where it will lead, and it's anybody's guess what the final outcome will be. The only thing I can say is that I hope that the people's wishes are granted in these cases and that they get a government that is representative of them rather than the corporate interests. And remember, a lot of what we're seeing right now is a direct result of food prices rising and poverty. And a lot of people refuse to accept this fact. But it's a fact, and all you have to do is take a look, and you'll see. Egypt is a perfect example. You know, they're one of the largest countries having grain subsidization program because naturally there's a lot of desert there. And I think a lot of the people in Egypt are just sick and tired of dealing with the rising cost of food and their inability to support themselves. So poverty is a huge factor in all of this. But we don't want to look at poverty in this particular Koch brothers controlled media driven society here in the United States, because it would also turn the spotlight on the fact that the fucking country is being manipulated by the fucking rich, so that you'll turn a blind eye to the fucking Wall Street shenanigans. Well, that same paradigm is being done in other countries as well, so understand that. And realize that food is a big issue. And then you need to ask yourself, why, if food is such a problem that they will not recognize and they will not talk about in the media and they will not say anything about, even though prices are skyrocketing relatively speaking, why have they, the USDA or the FDA, whichever is the ruling authority, is given authority to plant GMO corn, which is specifically designed to produce ethanol and cannot be eaten? It can't be eaten. So why are we producing all of this stuff that we're growing, which is designed for biodiesel or for other products? It can't be eaten. And food prices are skyrocketing. Why aren't we planting more food? Why are we fucking planting GMO crops to fucking begin with? Ultimately, this comes down to food and economics. Poverty, plain and simple. Thank you. Good day.